Hey guys, welcome back to Breakdown, and today we're going to be reviewing the Cruiserweight Classic, some of the first round matchups. So, it got to the end of this. I want to talk about the end of the program first, and it was only I think an hour long or something, which is a pretty good time frame, I guess. And I was thinking man, if they do this all in one night, it's going to be a damn long show. So that's what got me thinking. And then it said 10 episodes. I'm like, okay. Makes sense now. So, man. But I got thinking to myself, I wonder if they're doing them in order. And then at the end of the show, they show them sporadically picking matches. I'm like, why would they do that? That makes no sense whatsoever. But from a standpoint of trying to build and have a main event for every single episode, that's the sole reason. I mean, they announced that Kota Ibushi will be wrestling tonight at the beginning of the show, and I'm like, well, we all know who's going over at the end of the show now, don't we? So the night starts off with Daniel Bryan and Mauro Ranallo. Now I know how to say his damn name, Mauro Ranallo. I probably butchered it again, but anyway, I'll just call him Ranallo. Ranallo and Bryan are talking about the cruiserweights, saying it's going to be a great night. Bryan's wrestled a lot of the guys in the tournament, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it starts with Grand Metallic versus Alejandro Saez. I probably butchered it. Who cares? Grand Metallic from Mexico, Saez from Chile, and got me hungry for chili, by the way. No, just kidding. But anyway, match is really good. The one complaint I will say of all these matches, except for the main event, because it went a decent amount of time. I think it went around 10 minutes or so. But the other ones seemed to be very, very kind of short, and that's what kind of sucked. I would love to see more from Metallic and Saez go at least 3 or 4 minutes longer. Metallic got the win with kind of like a Michinoku driver, but it was on his neck. It looked very, very like it could injure somebody very easily if done wrong. Those moves scare me. I should not be tired, but I don't know why I am. Doesn't make no sense. But anyway, match is really good. Like I said, I wanted to see more. Then we get Ho Ho Lun from China versus I'm gonna try, but I'm gonna butcher it. Rige Davari. And originally thought, is this guy the same Davari that wrestled a long time ago? No, it's his brother. Okay, well that's pretty cool. So it's Davari's brother. And if you don't remember who Davari was, Davari actually was bundled with Muhammad Hassan when he came into WWE on SmackDown. But at the time, I don't think it was. I think it might have been 9/11. 9/11 happened. It would be the worst timing ever for somebody to debut, and then about a month later, 9/11 happens. So they remove Hassan from television. Basically, there's nothing they could have done. WWE had to part ways with Hassan. Sad to see a great wrestler like that be shoved out of the industry because of the gimmick they chose for him. And what happened? I mean, who could have predicted? WWE, how in the hell could they have predicted, something like that should happen? But Davari was his predecessor, and when Hassan went away, I think they tried to salvage the storyline and put Davari in there. But of course, I think it was with The Undertaker, and it didn't really work too well. I think they ended the storyline on SmackDown, actually, and had a quick match with Undertaker defeating Davari and sending packing for a few weeks, and then Davari showed back up again doing something else. And Davari was with, I think, Great Khali as well at one point. But anyway, this match was okay. Here was my complaint. Um, and I have a feeling this match may be the worst match in the tournament, to be honest, because I didn't enjoy the match very well. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really like it. Davari was pretty good, and Ho Ho Loon was pretty good, but some of the facial expressions by Ho Ho Loon was kind of weird, and some of the ways he was acting, I guess you gotta say, his acting skills are not very good. And even at one point, Ronaldo was like, he stood up smiling, and I'm like, yeah, the fuck, what the hell? What's going on here? Like, I don't understand. It didn't make much sense. Like, I don't know what was going on, but something was off about this match. For some reason, they made Ho Ho Loon go on. So I don't know who he's facing. I don't know what. I don't know where he'll fit into the tournament. I don't remember where the brackets sit because, like I said, they're picking like random matches out of nowhere. So who knows? And then we got, and the way they did this, if you didn't watch it, if you're watching this before you watch it, maybe to see if it's worth watching, it's definitely worth watching. I mean, for the main event itself, you know, I was watching. Grand Metallic match is really interesting, and the next match I'm going to talk about was amazing as well. I loved it. Um, but the way they did it is basically announce these are the wrestlers who are going to fight, and then they kind of give you a background, and then they have them talk for a little bit, and then they go to the match. It kind of reminded me of UFC kind of style, like where they'll announce the next fight, they'll give you the tail of the tape, or they'll announce the guys, they'll talk, and then they give you the tail of the tape. It's kind of cool. It kind of was exactly like UFC tonight. It was just kind of weird. So with that being said, that's how it went every single night. They announce the match and they talk about. You learn about this wrestler, you learn about this one. And they did that the other night with bracketology, but they didn't do it with everybody. They just did it with like a few people, some of the top names. And WWE don't think you didn't pull one over on me. The only reason why they had the bracketology was kind of trying to sell the Cruiserweight Classic. Somebody that was probably on the ropes that they wasn't sure if they wanted to watch it or not. You could check it out and see who's going to be in the tournament. They sold me. They sold me. I like cruiserweights anyway. But the next match was Clement Patua. I think is how he was. There's Ronaldo was saying it, and he's from France, taking on Cedric Alexander. Now I don't really think some of them were from there, but they wrestle in the U.S. or something. And I think that's what Clement is. And what was this? Davari, he wrestles in America, but he wrestles in Minnesota, I think a bunch, or around that area. Grand Metallic's from Mexico. And, it's like, I mean, I can only imagine Grand Metallic part wrestles in AAA. That's probably where it came from. They didn't reference AAA, which is kind of weird. Like they referenced New Japan, but I guess maybe they're not working relations with AAA, probably because TNA is, and they probably don't want to break that friendship with them. I don't know why. Who wants to be friends with TNA? But anyways, Cedric Alexandra from the USA. And by the way, going back, Ho Ho Loon beat Davari, Aria Davari, with a German suplex with a bridge. Kind of interesting. That was the only interesting thing about the match, to be honest. Kind of a wild match. I've been yawning like crazy. Why? Anything left to me? Alright. So, Clement Patua versus Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander was an awesome black guy from Charlotte, North Carolina, saying that he wanted to be just like the Nature Boy and be known for that city. So when you say Charlotte, North Carolina, you thought of Cedric Alexander and the Nature Boy. So he had an awesome theme zone too, Cedric Alexander. So glad to see him win this match. It was a pretty good little match, and I wish they, once again, I wish they would have given him a little bit more time. I wish they would have given him 3 or 4 more minutes. They would have had a great match. And Cedric Alexander won with some kind of backbreaker kind of thing. Like somehow he like flew off the ropes and he caught him with the backbreaker off the top. I don't even know how to explain it. I can't even explain what kind of a move it was. Some like a backbreaker, like boom, he caught him, flipped him over, and then pinned him. I don't know, no idea. I don't even explain what kind of move it was. You have to watch it and then come back and tell me if you know what the hell the name of it is, because I have no idea what it was. And then we got the main event. Kota Ibushi. They're talking this guy up like he's freaking the Great Muta in Japan, I'm telling you. Cruiserweights. And he's took on Sean Maluda, representing the American Samoa. And he's, what a surprise. He's a relative of The Rock and Alpha and Sika and freaking Jim Bob Samoa guy from down the street. All Samoans are related, evidently. That's what I think WWE's trying to tell us. Anyway. This yawning is really annoying. I really hate it. If you're getting annoyed, I'm getting annoyed too. So this match went a decent amount of time. It needed to. Because I truly believe that Ibushi's going to win the tag tournament. Because they're pushing this guy like Hulk Hogan, you know, they're like, this guy's amazing, he's the greatest thing ever. And but Sean Maluda, I was thinking to myself, you know, if I was gonna build a guy, I'd pay a guy like Ibushi to come over and put Maluda over. Didn't happen. But it was a really good match. And there was a moment where good lord. The one thing I'm worried about in this tournament is getting these guys that, you know, what am I going to name for themselves? And they're recording. WWE's not going to do a second take on this. Maluda went for like a diving over the top rope, and I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to do what Metallic did, which is kind of weird. Metallic did in the first match, he did like he ran and then jumped on the middle rope and flipped himself over, kind of to, you know, knock him out, to, you know, jump over on him off the top. You know what they do all of dives. It's like a thing in ROH. That's where they started it all. And they probably did in Mexico and stuff before that, but whatever. But in America, Ring of Honor started that crap, and now it's like it's starting in WWE now. But they try to do it limited. But anyway, it was a different way that Metallic did it. He did it from the second rope right before he flipped over. And I think Maluda was trying to do something like that, but he dove before he got to the ropes. But when he went to go over the ropes, he didn't go far enough. He caught his foot, and he did another flip, and he almost broke his neck, I think. But he hit Ibushi somewhat, but you can tell he didn't really hit him all the way. And Ronaldo and Brian, bless their heart, they tried to sell it and say, oh, he got some of it, but he didn't get all of it. I'm like, oh, God, really? Why don't you just say it for what it is? He messed up. But I don't know. But Kota Ibushi got the win. The last ride powerbomb. Last ride, like the Undertaker, he had him up, held him up in the air for quite a long time, and then dropped him. It was a really, really hard-hitting powerbomb too. So I'm kind of worried. Nope, Maluda's okay, and I don't know. And I like the setup. That was the end of the show, by the way. I did like the setup for the CWC, and I hope to God something comes from this. I did do the bracket. I'll move you. That's a hard word to say quickly. But I did say this on that video. I kind of hope something comes from this. If they're going to start a new promotion, I don't know what they would call it, but it would be kind of neat if they had like a whole promotion dedicated to the cruiserweights, and without a doubt, I could see that happening with the success of NXT. Triple H, knows that there is a area for this, and if he wants to start a brand, and if he wants to prove that he could do it again, why not? Why not create a second brand to prove to Vince even further that he knows what the fans want to see? And why not? Other than that, some of these wrestlers, not really cruiserweights. Alejandro Saez, not really a cruiserweight, in my opinion. Davari, not really a cruiserweight. And they could say whatever the hell they want, like cruiserweight tournament, no flippity. Fuck ever, get the hell out of here. You know that's exactly what it damn well means. But anyways, and I can understand like the technical aspect of it, like Malenko, things like that. But still, fuck off with that shit. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. Part of the first round. Today was 7/13, CWC 7/13, July 13th, 2016. The first round. Part of the first round, 4 random matches plucked from thin air. Who picked the matches in this order? That's what I wonder. But next week, Tajiri. I'm excited. I'm excited for Tajiri. Yeah. And also some other people. They didn't talk about this other masked man that's going to be wrestling next week. I'm excited to see him. Other than that, I don't have much to say about it. Check it out. If you didn't see it, go check it out. Definitely worth watching. Kota Ibushi, amazing. Got to see it to believe it. Metallic was awesome. Cedric Alexander, great stuff. I can see Cedric getting signed to a contract. I can also see Davari getting signed to a contract outside of this. The other people, Clement Patua really impressed me because he kind of reminded me of Sylvian I can't say his name there. Sylvian Grenier. God dang it, I don't know. The La Resistance characters, both of them. He reminded me of those guys. He reminded me a little bit of Chris Masters as well. He's kind of got that look. So I think that he could do well if they brought him in, possibly like in a tag team or something like that. Or even if, like, I honestly think that they're going to bring the Cruiserweight Championship back to the WWE, especially after this. They'll bring in like a small selected few, possibly even trying to get Ibushi to a contract. The biggest thing about this, and it kind of falls in the NXT kind of category, is that some of these wrestlers that have wrestled a long time, I don't understand why they have to keep them down in NXT for so long. Really annoying. It's kind of like Samoa Joe. Like, why is Joe in NXT right now? Really? He's not ready? Did you see TNA? He's probably one of the best damn wrestlers they had there. And they let him go. Why? You're dumb, Dixie. You're dumb. Just like the AJ Styles go. But anyways, we don't want to talk about TNA. No, not today. We ain't got time for that. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and go check out the Cruiserweight Classic. If you've seen it, leave a comment down below. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Come back here. Leave your comments down below. If you just don't want to watch it and you thought me talking about it was just enough, well, I don't know what's wrong with you. You still need to go watch it, sir, ma'am. Transgender person. I'm trying to be equal here. I'm trying to keep it equal. All races. Check it out. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and keep rocking.